Welcome back to episode 18 of Twin Set Unzipped. In this week's episode, we debrief on a crazy mental week, and we share our styling tips for dressing in that heat wave.
We share our thoughts on trending fashions, if they're for us or against us, and we also have many lols with what's in our handbags.
As always, thank you so much for listening and for supporting us. Please do like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and enjoy the show.
So our dear podcast family, we wanted to just be completely honest with you guys, because it's all well and good for us to be positive, which we always like to be. It's all well and good us giving advice, sharing advice, but sometimes you just got to be real. And I would say on behalf of both myself and Sarah, we are feeling swamped at the moment.
And slightly on the stressed level,
Everything
being very high.
Everything does feel at the peak of breaking point, in a great way, of course, but equally also just sometimes you're just like, ah! We're having one of those days.
In our industry and what we do, it's constantly changing, right? So you always need, we've said this before, to think outside the box, to do things differently. We're running 2 businesses and we've got the podcast. So trying to be on top of everything all the time and kind of doing your day-to-day and growing and whatever can sometimes feel
a little bit too much.
So we've just had a few conversations this week in the office where we're like, whoa.
We just need to reassess.
Take a step back.
We've actually decided today we have cancelled, of course, apart from recording our podcast, which is genuinely the favourite part of our week.
And our therapy.
When we get back to the office, we've cleared our diary. And that's something that actually just it takes strength and guts.
Really empowering.
Yeah.
Really empowering.
We had so much that we needed to do today, but last night on the phone at 10:30...
Philippa was doing her soak in the bath for 2 hours. So imagine the mucky bath water, the cold... Did you have a hot drink that was now cold on the side?
I did have a hot drink that was
I heard
now
you
cold.
Slurping.
Yeah.
Picture that. I'm on my kitchen island.
And we were just
phone.
like, right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something. We are not doing anything tomorrow other than the podcast. Full stop. We are going to reassess. I think it's always good to...
And strategize.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think we're very guilty of having these ideas of grandeur. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then actually not work out how we're going to do them. We just think, oh, well, they're magically going to happen. And then we then get disappointed. So we're going to strategize. We're going to get organized. We're going to lift this cloud of... whatever it is. What is it?
It's a heavy cloud.
It's a heavy cloud.
Also, key point, you need to allow yourself time to be able to feel inspired, to grow, to develop.
Especially if you're in a creative industry.
Like us, if you're trying to keep on top of things daily, day and night, how do you have the time to reassess and forward plan? So I think that's what we feel guilty of a lot of the time, but not only just feeling guilty. There's a lot that needs to be done. It's having the guts and the courage to say, you know what, actually, time out, clear the diary. We need to reevaluate. So that's where we are today.
So watch this space.
Yeah, hopefully we'll come back zestier, brighter.
I have actually got a couple of zesty hacks to share with you. I've written them down as the week's gone on.
Go on.
Just to keep things zesty. First of all, I've stumbled across something epic. If I say to Lenny, I bet you can't do this. Like, I bet you can't make my bed.
Cheeky. Loves a bit of reverse psychology.
He made the bed. And now he thinks it's a really fun activity. Now he's like, Mummy, time me. I'm going to do it in 2 minutes. He chops the pillows. He does it so beautifully. Absolute life hack. So I'm going to apply it to loads of different things. That's my life hack number 1.
I bet you can't finish your dinner.
Well, actually, I bet you can't taste that piece of broccoli. Oh, yeah. Oh,
good one.
Yeah. And then he's like, no, I don't like broccoli. You're like, no, I bet you can't taste that piece of broccoli. It works sometimes, but I think that's an excellent life hack.
Brilliant.
Also, I tried the sweet cottage cheese trend.
Uh-oh. I'm not sure how I feel about
James is vomiting in the corner. I didn't quite get my quantities right because I only had a little bit of cottage cheese left. So I didn't factor in the fact that if I put it in the blender that it was not very liquidy. But I had my little bit of cottage cheese and I added a teaspoon of Nutella and I zhuzhed it up. And let me tell you, it was like a chocolate mousse. So good. Super high protein. I need to work out the quantities and the consistency a bit. But let me tell you, sweet cottage cheese, epic.
It's the way forward.
Is the way forward. Have I sold
I'm
it
just
to you?
in my head. I'm thinking because cottage cheese is quite sour.
No, but
maybe
but
that's
no,
why it's like
but-
a cheesecake.
Exactly. But the sweetness overtakes that sourness instantly. So I really didn't need a lot of Nutella. And it's a great afternoon snack.
I mean, me and Nutella.
Oh my God. Philip was like, came into the office, when was it? Yesterday. I made my kids a Nutella sandwich and I decided that I would just lick the knife every time I put it. You just went back
So at
for
the
more.
At the
for
moment,
more.
I don't have a dishwasher in the kitchen. So the other night when I was making their Nutella wraps, I was being very
Healthy dinner.
very lazy.
Lenny's favourite.
They had a nice lunch at school. We were rushed. You know what?
You're singing
No
to the
judgment
crowd.
here.
No judgment here ever.
And I was just scraping it onto the wrap. And then I was just looking at this beautiful tub. And there I was full on shoving the knife into the Nutella pot and licking
Because I turn my back so the kids can't see me do that kind of behaviour, because otherwise they'd want to do it. Did you turn your back?
Well, at the moment, the kitchen and the table are in two different rooms.
Fine, so
I
you were
can get
safe.
away with everything. I can literally just hide away and just eat all the
Sometimes
snacks.
I think that is, sometimes you just need to get a spoon or a knife and put it in a Nutella jar and let the world be.
Absolutely.
Don't you?
You just need to allow yourself that time.
Absolutely. I've got one more for you.
Go on.
This morning I made my boiled eggs, in my air fryer. Didn't have to boil a pan, wash a pan, boil my water, whack them in, 150, 13 minutes.
And she's done.
I think that's really good.
I'm enjoying it. Were they scrambled or were they
No,
fried?
this was boiled.
Oh.
Because that's the whole thing.
How do you boil in an air fryer? See,
Put them in.
I'm not
You
an
literally
air fryer
put them in
gal.
and you turn it up and it does the whole thing for you. No waiting for water to boil. No,
So it's not boiling without any water. It's just heating
it's
it up.
cooking. Yeah, I made a cooked egg. Yeah, it's
How
not
did you know that was actually safe?
www.google.com.
Because I would think that would just explode it.
No, the air fryer is, you can do anything in an air fryer. You can make a birthday cake in an air fryer. You really do need to get one.
I need to get
think you're
one.
behind the times.
I'm going to get one. So last week on Instagram, I shared that I went to Sadaf Jafari, a lovely clinic in London, for Morpheus 8.
You look 21.
Drum roll, please. So Morpheus 8, I'm going to kind of go into it because it seemed that on Instagram, lots of you were very interested. Lots of you had heard about it. Lots of you wanted to hear more. So we thought we would use today's episode, just this little section, to just share what the treatment was all about. So just to rewind why I decided to try it out. So my whole childhood, my teenage years, I really did not look after my skin. I'm sure no one really did, but back in the day,
We didn't have the knowledge.
You didn't have the knowledge. I didn't care. You know that
You
whole
went to school with your
theory
makeup.
of it's just, you know, I'll
Worry about it when
worry
I'm
about it
older.
later. So makeup wipes, using factor 5 on my face,
Oil on my face.
on
I
my
can't
face,
even
probably.
think about that.
I'd go to sleep with makeup still on because
you
I was
use
too
sunbeds?
tired. Sunbeds, terrible.
Do you remember those sunbeds where you used to put your arms up and hang from the ceiling?
Yes.
That's
I know.
mad
Do
that
you
we
think
used to do
people
that.
still do? I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Worrying. Anyway, so now it's time to look after ourselves. Prevention is better than cure, as we always say. So this has been the year of us to just, not go from zero to hero, but just explore what's on offer.
Yes.
So we discovered Sadaf Jafari and really loved her approach. We went for her for a consultation for a couple of hours, kind of just sharing like little things that bother us, things that we want to improve on. There's so much on offer, and I think that's the issue with that market. It's very overwhelming. If you don't know really the effects, the benefits, or really what you want, it's hard to know which route to go down.
And obviously, it's a very personal thing. We're kind of just saying things that we feel conscious about or things that kind of bother us about ourselves. And obviously, everyone is open to their own opinions on themselves.
Yeah. So when I went to Sadaf, I said that my skin, I've got a lot of acne scarring. I still get very hormonal spots when I'm on my period or stressed. And
Period chat again.
Soz guys. My chin specifically is very scarred from it. I get like this red mark here in the kind of like middle bit of my chin, especially if I do have a bit of a sun glow. that kind of section really does stick out. And obviously, as you get older, you start to
your skin
notice
changes,
the texture and things. Anyway, so Sadaf recommended Morpheus 8 because it helps to tighten the skin, it helps to clear fine lines, it helps acne scarring. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. There are reviews of it can leave your skin with like a kind of orange peel effect, which thankfully I haven't had. And I guess, as Sarah said, and also if you go to
a reputable,
exactly, and everyone reacts differently. This is just my personal experience of what happened. So far, so good. You are meant to have...
You're glowing, babe.
Thanks, babes. You are meant to have 3. I'm not sure I will go for the other 2 because it was quite painful. I'll go into that.
And let me say, you have a very high pain threshold. So give me like on a 1 to 10, 10 being unimaginable pain.
So I would say
9.9.
80% of the treatment was 7 out of 10. And then I would say the last kind of... It got really quite
And what
bad.
do they actually do?
So I arrived. I didn't actually realise how long you actually have to be there for. They have to numb your face for an hour. So they apply the cream, and actually she then put cling film on top of the numbing cream. I think that just helps to kind of make it more intense. And then the treatment is basically different layers of needles. Sorry if you have a phobia of needles. Might want to pause this bit. Your forehead area, I found that absolutely fine. Like, couldn't even feel a thing. I guess because that's the tightest part. Your skin is the tightest there. Also, cheeks, I found that completely manageable. Where I found it very painful was my chin and specifically my neck. That was hard. I'm not sure I will go there again because I found that really... Also, the idea of needles going into my neck mentally was quite...
disturbing.
Yeah. It's quite a minimal downtime. You're quite red afterwards. So after the whole treatment, hydration is key. So they were applying loads of different oils and serums and creams, SPF, which is key. You're not allowed to put your face in the sun or anywhere near the sun for, I think it's up to 10 days. And I was red for about, I would say, 24 hours. After the 24 hours, I then did come out in quite severe spots on my chin, but that could have been a few different reasons. I was very stressed at home, so that could have just been I'm not sure if that was a real effect of the treatment. Although I have read reviews, it can bring out spots, but then it completely clears up, and that's what's happened to me now.
And you have said you've noticed a real difference in your skin. I really think you can notice a difference.
The main reason also for me trying out Morpheus 8 is I would love, and I'm sure everyone does, this is just the dream, to be able to not wear makeup, to feel confident enough to not have that need to apply the concealer and foundation. Also, I think that during the summer, I crave that summer glow to make myself look healthier. So if my skin is in a
glowing.
healthier, glowy
and I
state...
think that's key. We really want to, as we're getting older, we want our skin to feel and look good. And I think sometimes, bear in mind, we haven't done anything like this before. There are treatments available that can really help. We're not going under the knife or anything like that. These are kind of treatments that are on offer to really help your natural skin. And so many people have scarring or spots or bad skin, and there's loads to offer. So it's really interesting for us to kind of find out about it and almost try and test it for you. So you'd recommend?
I definitely would recommend it. For me, I've had a very positive experience. I have really felt like the effects have been good. Everyone, as I said before, has different effects and opinions, but for me, it's been a good one.
And I obviously tried out the microneedling, which I spoke briefly about a few weeks ago with you guys. I will share more on that another time. But yeah, we thought we'd share our journey with kind of getting to grips with our skin as we're getting older with you guys. And hopefully you find it interesting, because we are literally skin obsessed now, aren't we? From never even worrying about what went on our face to now thinking of every single thing and what order we put it on.
It's our age, and also we're aware of it so much. Everyone, you gravitate to information that you just are craving and needing, and then you can't stop. So that's where we are. And before we move on to the next section of the episode, we have to wish our amazing mums happy birthday. It was their birthday last week.
2 days apart, obviously.
Of course.
and we wanted to wish them a very happy birthday. They're both the same age, which we won't reveal live on air.
They look amazing.
They look
But
amazing.
that was one of the reasons. I know last week we spoke about how we met, but that was also one of the reasons that was just like we were so connected that our mums' birthdays were even 2 days apart.
And they were the same age.
Yeah. Weird. Spooky.
Spooky. On to something lighter, as always. Let's talk clothes. Let's discuss how tricky it's been to dress in the heat wave. I've personally really struggled with knowing what to wear when it's just been deathly hot. And I feel like I've got a few tips that might be quite interesting to share, like my go-tos, that kind of thing. And I bet you have too.
Of course, we're stylists.
With stylists. You go.
But even as stylists, we struggle.
I mean, I would
We
say
are not
that
perfect.
fashion goes out the window when it's 35 degrees
But
at
that
home.
was my key point, my first point.
Go on.
Primarily, don't lose your way with dressing when it gets hot. As we have said multiple times, if you do not like your outfit, you are going to not like yourself. How many times have we said on the show, we can't wait to strip off and get home? We hate ourselves when we don't like our outfits.
True.
So when it's hot, you're already struggling. Don't make the struggle worse.
But
Like
I
your
also-
outfit.
Yes, but I'm going to actually disagree slightly because I sometimes think if you have a nice outfit on and then you feel hot and flustered and it's a horrible material, that there's nothing worse.
Yes, but we're going to go into fabrics and materials and silhouettes.
But one
But
is
just, yes, shlem.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Key
if you
point.
can see this, she's really knocking me down.
Like-
You go, darling.
No, you go. What's
No,
your
no.
key point? Go on.
My key point was actually about fabrics.
So you're contradicting yourself.
No, but it was more that it's fine to have one thin cotton dress that is your go-to when it's boiling. And I literally wear that one.
Agreed. But do you like that dress?
Yeah, I do.
That's my point.
But it doesn't matter. It's not cutting edge, but it's simple and it's light and it's just like the one I go to when it's boiling.
But the key point is you like it. And you like how it looks.
I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know whether I feel stunning in it, but it's fine.
Because I'm going to say something. Mum, I love you. Don't be offended when I say this. But when it's very, very hot, my mum seems to find a dress that she has had in her wardrobe for about 25 years.
Do you think she called my mum and said the same thing? Because my mum does exactly that.
Right? She probably doesn't feel...
It's airy and
It's
light.
airy and it's light, but it's not nice. So find a version that is a nicer version of that. That was my point.
What do you wear when it's hot?
Is it my turn?
I'm just carrying on with the conversation. What do you have a go-to?
Loose silhouettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a particular one?
What the brand? There we go. I'm wearing it today, guys, if you can't see this. My key point was silhouette is
Yeah.
key, loose and floaty and breezy.
Nothing layered. Nothing with 2 layers. That is
And
error.
nothing tight. Do not go for
Oh my
any
God,
bodycon. Do not go for anything figure hugging. No. Loose.
Spaghetti strap.
You're not getting dressed for your husbands. It's all about you when it's hot. And that is my point. And also, I was going to say, choose your fabrics wisely, like breathable fabrics, i.e.
Cotton,
linen. But I would say cotton, be careful because you can get that
Heavy.
rigid cotton,
Yeah.
like a lightweight cotton.
Agreed. Like a pajama vibe.
Exactly.
I also don't wear sandals that rub because you know your feet get really hot and bothered, and sometimes that's adding another. I feel quite like claustrophobic when it's that hot, and if you have an uncomfy shoe choice, that just makes it so much worse. I've got one more point. Hair up.
Yeah.
There ain't no way this mane is being down.
Also, anyone that wears their hair down on holiday, like by the pool, who even are you?
I used
who
to be
are
that
you-
person.
Who are you doing it for?
That's a whole nother topic.
Hair up.
Hair up.
Just do it to
Bun,
yourself.
beautiful.
Help yourself.
Wash your hair in the evening
Yeah.
if you
Or
want.
just keep it up.
Yeah.
I would also say I always do go for like a linen cord. This is
Yeah.
not a plug, but obviously
But it is.
what the brand. Loose, floaty, airy, but chic. Our mocha one that has now sold out. There's a reason why it sold
Yeah.
out so quick because it's easy. Like
Floaty.
I saw someone in the coffee shop the other day wearing it, and she's like, I literally have worn this 5 days in a row, and I don't even care. It's just great quality linen, floaty.
Easy.
There we go.
There we go. So there are tips. I was very hot and bothered over the weekend though, and when you're like running around after the kids and you're just like, I can't cool down. We're not used to it here.
Yeah.
And although it's lovely, it's kind of, you just kind of want to be somewhere cool.
Talking about feeling flustered on the weekend, I just have to also add, in case anyone else felt the same, at the summer school fairs this weekend when it was 150 degrees, I felt obliged. I feel like most people do. I feel like you have to contribute your time. You have to be part of the whole thing with the school summer fairs. So I was in charge of the sweet tombola stall for an hour.
Best hour of your life.
So obviously my stand was popular. Everyone wanted the sweeties. And the issue was...
your hair up and were you in like
no,
fabric?
Because Saturday morning actually wasn't that hot. I don't know if you remember. It got progressively worse throughout the day. So once we arrived at the field and the sun was just coming from every different angle, and there was my stand, and I arrived and my lovely friend Alex said, I'm really sorry, but none of the raffle tickets are in order. So imagine a huge, like a long table. Alex, you didn't. I know it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
Kind of. Imagine just sweet bags after sweet bags, and you've got 100 million raffle tickets. You try finding those tickets in the sun when you've got 1,000 kids coming to you. I was so close to, and then I felt bad because what if someone, I don't know, I took it very seriously. Of course I did.
Did you figure out a system?
No, I got Alfie to help me, and my lovely Ruben, Alfie's friend, helped. It was very. Do you know what, guys? Anyone?
It's over for another year.
I'm just going to leave it there.
Keeping in line with the fashion segment, because actually people have been really enjoying us kind of talking more about fashion alongside everything else. We were laughing in the office last week about those kind of viral trends that, are we for them? Are we against them? I know we touched upon like designer buys last week that we were for or against, but this was like real trending things that we just can't really get our head around. Should we start with one?
Let's do it.
The low-waisted jean stroke skirt.
No.
If you wore, oh my God, I've just realised something.
What?
We're of that age. If you wore it the first time around, don't wear it again.
Tragic.
We're tragic. I've never even thought about that before. We can't wear them
true.
again.
Do you know, also with
oh my God, anyone got a drink? Yeah.
I've got a very short torso, so anything low is not good for me.
And I've also got...
Although actually, as I'm saying that, it's probably not correct, because perhaps that actually elongates.
You're the stylist.
There you go. I take
well,
that back,
I
guys.
find with the cesarean, like, you know, we are what we are. I definitely have, after 2 cesareans, like some overhanging skin over my cesarean scar.
For me, it's also the hips. Especially after having Ava, everything went wider. Like, I don't know, did you find this with your bras? Like around here, waist, hips, this bit.
I think your body changes.
So I don't want to...
The low slung, they ain't nowhere to hide anything. Literally, like, where's it all going? So that's a no. Have you got one?
Are we doing all the no's before we do the yeses?
Let's go with the no's.
Oh, negative. Cargo skirts, which I feel like I probably would be tempted to try.
Sophie in our office, our like fashion assistant intern on What the Brand, is super cool. She always looks amazing. She came in a cargo skirt the other day. I was like, can you bend over to pick something up? Because it was
she had a crop
so
top on
short.
As well.
She was like, this is how I bend. And it was like that snap and bend, like from, what was that film?
Oh my God, Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls?
Yeah. And I said to her, what happens if the wind blows? Like, I felt like her mum. She looked amazing though, but I mean, that's a big firm no from me.
The tennis preppy look, we haven't gone down that road.
No.
Is that for us?
No.
I'm not sure it is.
And also, we don't play tennis. Can you play tennis?
Probably not very well. But I would like to
should
try.
We book a tennis
maybe
match?
Let's do it. Is that
day, we need a wellness day.
You know what? We are getting old. It's that point in your life where you start to take up tennis.
I don't think that will be me.
No.
Moving on. This was an interesting one because I think we might have gone to the other side now. Hailey Bieber nails.
I'm so tempted to try.
I know. Sasha, our lovely photographer, she had like a real chic version of the Hailey Bieber nails, which of course been trending for a while now, but it was on like our kind of whitey pinky. It wasn't too much.
Right, guys, for anyone that doesn't know what this is, it's like the iridescent shine.
Yep.
On very long
talons, not like my Mars bar fingers.
I did try and attempt the long nail thing, but then
Did I put you off when I said they freaked me out? She had literally at her desk, like really loudly and creepily.
I was very invested in it. And then one day I just said to the nail place, just get rid of them. I need them all off. And now actually I hate the shape.
I think they look nice.
But there we go.
Okay, I've got another one for you, and I am nearly at the other side for it, and you're going to be horrified. You're going to be horrified. We haven't even discussed this one.
Go on.
The cord necklace. You know, like the black cord with like either a heart or like a swirly
It's come
thing.
back again.
Yes, we were looking at Tia Lineker looking beaut with her cord necklace.
I can't keep up.
I feel like with a simple vest, I think I need one.
It's very you. It sounds like a very you thing.
Are you not down with it?
No.
Okay.
No, nished for me. Moving on to trends that we have tried.
And we do like.
Let's be more positive.
Let's. Go on.
This is something we are yet to buy, but I cannot wait. For those of you that saw Rosie Huntington-Whiteley wearing this white halter neck vest.
Beautiful.
Halter necks are going to be absolutely huge for next year. So guys, watch this space.
Heard it here first.
So very excited to try and invest in something. I'm sure we can get a cheapo version.
Absolutely. And the boob tube on that same path.
Yeah.
I ordered us the weekday ones last week. You know, I'm head of shopping for We Are Twinset. And I've tried and tested. It's very good, thick, stretchy, kind of straight across, but not that horrible cotton material. So that should be coming. And I'm excited to wear that like with baggy jeans, cargos, linen trousers, just to kind of update that vest.
Do you remember the boob tube era?
Oh, I had a boob tube. You can imagine every single colour and a matching pair of shoes.
What was that shop? Morgan. Remember Morgan?
Morgan. Bay Trading. Do you remember that? Was that before your time?
It was. How does that make you feel?
Really
Where was Bay Trading?
In Edgware. What was it called? The Broadwalk. And then what else was there? Obviously Tammy Girl, but that was like a younger version.
But I just remember Morgan. Kukai. Morgan for a Saturday night black top.
I know. Nice
iconic.
top. It was like more. It wasn't nice top and jeans back then. It was like nice top and black trousers.
Yeah.
And I remember I would only wear like super flared ones. And I went to what was it called? Apple Tree in Covent Garden. Do you know about that place?
No.
And they had the most. It was like a day out, and they sold these like epic flares, and I would have them with my buffaloes, my Apple Tree flares, and a nice top from Morgan. And I was a vibe.
What about the Miss 60 jeans?
They were never good on my silhouette. I know, that's really sad, isn't it?
But also I was way too young, so the price tag was completely
they were very elevated.
Did you ever customize your jeans?
Put holes in. I remember you know when you had jeans and they were going at the knee from wearing them, and you almost used to want to get that hole open, and you used to get a hole and then used to rip it more.
So I remember, I'm not sure if you remember, the flared jeans that you could buy if you wanted to spend the money, but I was obviously never allowed at that age, and they had like a fur trim at the bottom, and then
they sound
that was the vibe.
I mean,
so
I
remember buying like cheap flare jeans, going to Camden Market, buying all the trimmings, and doing it myself.
That's really great.
What about, do you remember the denim bags with all the patchwork?
Had one of those.
I made my own.
Did you?
Yeah, of course I did.
I know, that was a real treat for me to get one of those. I really saved up for that.
What about the Miu Miu ballet pumps? This took me a while to get used to the idea of. Saw Fakerstrom, who is a influencer that we do mention a lot. Her style is beyond chic, and she is the reason that I was then swayed towards the Miu Miu ballet pump. They're like a real, not like a Chanel ballet pump.
They're like a square toe,
like a proper ballet pump, even with the elastic.
And actually, I think
top.
with the elastic on the top, but then the kind of wording makes it a bit more edgy. Because just like a plain white ballet pump, I don't know if I'd be for, but we're into those. But it's funny because there's so many of those trends that you just see on Instagram, and it does go to show the more you see them, you might say no at first, but actually then you get on board with them.
It's influencers like us that can just sway you.
Exactly.
There you go.
Constantly swayed every day. Final section, we thought would be quite fun to do a what's in our bag. They do say the state of your bag is also the state of your mind. So I'm going to start off by telling you my bag's a mess. Okay, our bags.
Let's go
out. For it.
It always comes in our DMs, doesn't it?
Everyone what's in our bag? And actually, when we've done it before, like little snippets, everyone's loved it. Yeah. I'm actually going to move mine over here just to take stuff out because it might be easier.
I'm going to move my coffee because I've got a lot of things.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't want to offend you. You go first, BFLs.
Why would you offend me with what's in your bag?
Oh, I don't know.
Unless you've got like a
I didn't
Hey
wanna be-
Sarah doll.
I didn't want to be first.
Go for it, babes.
Are you sure?
I'm posy.
Okay, I'm going to try and be really quick.
Go.
Go. Okay, so first, oh no, now I feel really anxious.
Don't feel anxious.
I'm going to go at a nice speed.
Yeah.
I'm also going to try not to speak really fast. Okay, so in my handbag, right, let me just keep that there, guys.
Let's tell everyone what bag is it and what size, because that's the most asked question in the world.
So this is a white Goyard tote in the smaller size. I don't know the real terminology
PM.
for it. PM, as Sarah Ellis tells you all. And this was, when did I get this? After I had Ava? I think so. I think this was a bag from Alex after I had Ava. And inside, as you can see, I have a bag organizer from Amazon that you basically slot inside, because the issue with this bag, it's very floppy, as you will see Sarah Ellis's. So I prefer the not so floppy look.
I like to be floppy.
I like it to be a bit more
Taut.
tighter.
Like your face.
Okay, so first up, I have a plastic pouch.
From Nell and Digby, who we absolutely love.
It's got my initials on it because that's just beautiful. They come in a few different sizes, but I like this size for this size bag. And it basically contains all the small bits and bobs that you just don't want. I bet Sarah's got them all just floating in her
No,
bag.
I don't actually. But what I was going to say is, how many lipsticks have you got in there?
Always about 5. So first up, loving this Beauty Pie Shine Up Luxe. So good. I'm actually going to put some on now. Really moisturising.
Great
a little
colour.
bit shiny. And a very good colour.
We like that.
In colour Baby Bear. Sarah gave me this. My favourite Bobbi Brown lipstick in Crushed. Again, just a great kind of
It doesn't look, I
lip
don't know, I
colour.
don't like the texture on me.
Sarah didn't love it, so I got it. Also another one from Beauty Pie, which is basically, it's like what do they call it again?
It's like not lips,
yeah,
basically.
It's perfect. Very moisturising as well. And then in case I'm feeling like, oh God, a crumb or no, a bit of chewing gum there. Sorry,
Nice.
guys. In case I'm feeling like I need a proper gloss, this is the Clarins Natural Lip
I
Perfector.
like that.
Remember
I don't know where mine
like
is.
the juicy tubes. Do you remember
Yeah.
the juicy tubes? So that's that. Always got a concealer just in case. This one is the Armani. I just love it. Just in case you need a quick application. Hand sanitizer, Bamford. Beautiful. Always got to
Bougie.
have a bit of that. Oh, of course I've got a spoon. I always have a spoon in my bag. It's got a bit of yogurt left on it.
Disgusting.
I've always got a yogurt and a spoon in my bag. Oh, another lip gloss, because for when I want to live that bougie life.
Have you even actually tried it, or
No,
have you just put it in there?
I've
It
just
is
put it in there.
So beautifully glossy.
Road.
By Hailey Bieber.
Um,
Oh my God, we're actually Hailey Bieber. We're
We
going to
are
get the
actually
nails
her.
and the lips.
and this is the watermelon flavour. I'm just going to do a live trial
Demo.
test.
It's very glossy.
Ooh.
It's nice, isn't
Oh, no,
it?
it's not watermelon. What is it?
Salty caramel.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Ooh. Mmm. I
Yeah?
want to eat myself.
And there you go.
My pocket diary, which Sarah always laughs at me about.
For those that aren't watching, her diary is smaller than her hand.
I
So when she's
ordered
like, I've lost my diary, it's like, it's to your left.
always have a spare snack for the kids in case of an emergency.
What snack is it for people not watching?
The Bear Yo-Yos, you know, the windy ones, semi-healthy, no added sugar,
I think
high in
it's healthy.
fibre. Otravine, we love this.
It's not the good one though.
Why? No, correct. This is not the good one.
It's a spray for your nose when you get blocked, which we get often.
This is a calm patch, which I've never used, but I just like to have it in there.
For moments like this morning.
Yeah. Oh, this was a note. I can't remember when Alfie left this on my bed one day. To Mummy, I love you so much. And sometimes I just like to know that it's in there.
That's cute.
A nice little reminder. Right, quickly, I'm putting that back in there. Shove that back in. What else have I got in here to show you? A paint sample. A friend of mine recommended this colour, so off I went to buy the sample, and of course it's still in my
What is
bag. It is the Farrow and Ball Liberty Collection in shade Pantalon.
Pantalon.
It's quite an acquired taste, the colour. It's like a khaki.
Nice.
But when I went to her house, it looked amazing. So I wanted to try it out to see if it would work for our doors. So, of course, I've got that. Always got some sunglasses. These are, what's the brand?
I like those.
Always good just to have a pair in your bag. A snack.
Nens.
Did you say nairns?
I do, because that's how it's pronounced.
Gluten-free snack, always on the go. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Have I been saying it wrong all this time?
I didn't want to correct you, but...
A nairn.
Nairns?
I've got nairns. A tape measure, because that's just my life at the moment. Oh, this is such a good hack. Guys, honestly, this has been the best tip of the week. I can't believe
my God.
I haven't actually shared this with you until now. So actually, my sister-in-law, Lucy, I saw her doing this on the kids when we were on holiday last year. Completely forgot that
it was a thing.
It was a thing. And every morning before school, obviously, apply the SPF to the kids.
Worst job ever
hideous.
in the world.
Well, now, let me tell you, they love it.
Right, so what are you doing here?
So this is the kids SPF that I use. It's such a good one. SunSense. It's not sticky and it's brilliant. SPF 50, of course. And I just put it on it's like a foundation brush. I had a spare one at home. And then I put it on their face like makeup. You don't get sticky hands.
It doesn't go in their hair.
It doesn't go in their eyes. And it is genius.
But you don't do that on the bod, like the arms
Not
and
on the
legs.
bod.
Okay.
But I could be tempted. Maybe I just need to buy like a bigger
paintbrush. A roller. Marion, have you got a spare brush?
Literally. That is what I'm going to be doing in Tenerife. Double, just in case. I find that Ava's with me a lot while we're waiting for Alfie to finish school or doing a club or something. So always need to have entertainment at hand so that she's just not always sitting there on my phone, which she is quite a lot of the time, second child. Oh, I've still got these in my bag. I went to choose my sofa the other day at the most gorgeous show home. Love Your Home. Sarah has her sofa from there, so of course
very beautiful.
I was inspired and I went there to go have a look at styles and fabrics. So a little sneak peek of what I'm going for. So I've still, of course, still have those in my bag because my life is literally in my bag. Oh, lastly, this is actually probably my favorite thing about the Goyard bags. They all come with these pouches, which I think are just brilliant. And inside I have my AirPods, my money, because I don't have a wallet. So this is like my wallet. And then a hand cream, a very, very bougie hand cream from Dior.
I've got mine in my bag too.
Of course you do. And that's just how I live my stunning life.
Very not organised. Too messy.
Not too bad.
A few things that could be... Actually, I'm actually going to burst this bubble because on the floor, outside of the studio, Philippa emptied
You're so mean.
a probably boots haul onto the floor of things that didn't quite make the cut.
I just want to add, I do also have still the boarding pass for Istanbul
with a
chewing gum inside. And I do have a wrapper from Sarah Ellis when she gave me one of her one protein balls,
which I'll talk about in a minute.
So I'm just going to keep that real. Oh, I've also got a card.
Oh my God, you're still going on?
Daryl Coleman's. If you ever need...
He's great. He took me home from from where did we go?
Don't know.
Paris.
Meanwhile,
he's great.
He doesn't
supports Arsenal.
And also he doesn't. He also has an ice cream van.
And he told me he sold antiques.
Yeah, he does everything. So Daryl Coleman's, there you go.
Okay, if you're not bored of Philippa's bag, I'm going to bore you with mine now as well. Okay, I'm going to do super speedy. First up,
don't talk fast. It makes me anxious.
Nell and Digby pouch, which is jam-packed, let me tell you. I'm going to do a quick show and tell. It's got my initials on. I'm trying to move away from sweetener. So I have purchased Modern Nature liquid stevia drops, which I'm trying, when I remember, to put in my many caffeines of the day. Hand sanitizer for the kiddos, because my kids like to touch the wheels of my car when they get out of it. So I need to have a hand sanitizer.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Milton antibacterial hand sanitizer.
Is it like a foam?
Yeah, it's foam. It's really good for kids so they can like lick their hands straight away. Nail file, never used it. Sweetener, just in case I go back on myself. Let me count. 1, 2,
God. Talk about
3,
sweetener though.
4.
What about when you left the sweetener in Istanbul at one factory and then we arrived to the other factory and Sarah had realised she didn't have her sweetener? Oh my!
The wrath of me. I've got 9 lipsticks in case I want to reapply lipsticks, a different one nearly every hour of the day. Oh wait, make it 10. Sudocreme in case my bum.
Why have you got Sudocreme?
I don't even know. Oh wait, 11 a Carmex as well.
And it hasn't got the lid on it, of course.
The grime. And
It's
Yo-Yo
a
Bear.
twinning snack.
A twinning snack. I'm
There you go.
going to put my 11 lipsticks back away.
But which is the
they're
one
all
that
the
you
same.
mostly go to?
I would say the one I mostly go to is the Beauty Pie one now. Same colour, Obs and Carmex, because to me that is the absolute best. Okay, I'm actually just going to shove that out of the way. Then I have my Nespresso travel coffee mug, because I had my coffee in the car on the way this morning. This was a new one and I think it's really bougie. I like that. Sunnies, which they are, what the brand? This was your water bottle, 100% recyclable, which
I'm really
is
impressed
epic.
You've got them in the
Me too.
case.
I was too. Then I have water wipes, which the Amazon ones, by the way, are the absolute best. Mama Bear Sensitive Unscented. They are everywhere because, as you know, I store everything down me, as do my kids. This one's for you. And I didn't take it out on purpose when I was looking what was in my bag. A sock!
Is it a pair? No, just a loose sock.
Because Lenny was wearing... No, Lenny took his shoes off. I don't remember where we were and refused to put his shoes back on Sunday. So he basically walked to the car with no foot. And I have one of the socks in my bag. No idea where the other one was. Really cute, these ones from Next.
For those of you that don't know the history of the sock, we somehow always have a sock in our bag and use it to wipe our nose, wipe our tears.
And a bag would not be a twin set bag without a sock in.
Correct.
I have 3 different types of 1 ball protein balls. One's for you today, babes. This is banana. Absolutely love them. They taste so good. I got mine at Vimy on my high street, which is a gorgeous eco-friendly store that I love, and they're super yummy. I have at least one of those a day. My wallet, my earpods, which Philippa laughed at me because they say Sarah with a heart.
With a heart. I thought the heart was just
heart
really
was sweet,
cute.
but Craig got them for me.
Very sweet.
So that's cute. And then I have my bougie hand cream, Christian Dior. Obs.
What's the carrier bag?
The carrier bag, Russell, is the ballet shoes that you gave me yesterday that you bought for Ava that were too small.
Yeah.
So I need to try them on Edie.
Anyone that has ordered ballet shoes online, please tell me how you do it, because I've now ordered 5 and they are all tiny. I think you just got to order them like 6 sizes too big.
And then I have a notepad and tissues and the rest is boring. So that's my show and tell.
So that's what's in our handbags.
I actually cleared out my rubbish. Oh, I do have one form for recent 3 points on my licence for speeding. So that's really depressing because I just cleared mine and now I got 3 more.
So what does that mean? How many more until you can't drive?
No, I've only got 3 now because the other ones went off.
Oh.
Remember I had to do that speed awareness course during lockdown.
How weird was that?
Literally. And then I had to do one maybe a year ago. I don't think I'm even recovered from sitting on a screen for 3 hours without being able to move. It was soul destroying. It was my own fault.
And you're not allowed to eat. You're not allowed to drink.
He gave us a 10-minute break and I was like, thank God. I mean, it was hideous.
I actually quite enjoyed it. I had a few banterish people on mine. They were quite good.
No, I had a real silent bunch and no one was saying things. It was taking longer. So the guy was like, come on.
I want to show a little influencer that I have for you. Is that the way to say it?
I'd love to see it.
I haven't shown Sarah, so I'm going to show you all as well. And there's a reason why it's broken, and I'm going to go into that.
Are they ball ice cubes?
Well, ish, but that's not the point.
Oh, sorry.
This is a poppable ice cube container. You know how annoying it is to...
And then they fly all over the show.
Try and get them all out.
Yeah.
So this, you just literally just pop them out.
That's a good hack.
So I was influenced from our lovely friend Lily Pebbles, who very casually, as she does, her content is so good because she makes it so natural and just off the cuff and just brilliant. And she was just recording whatever she was doing whilst popping out her eye cubes so nonchalant. And I was like, wow. So obviously it went straight on to Amazon. The reason why it is broken, and for those of you that are about to order one, you have to, when they come out of the freezer, you have to give it some time, or you have to put a little bit of hot water on just to soften it.
Did you snap the thing?
So I basically got really irritated why I couldn't pop them out. How did Lily make it look so easy? Then I just did that and it snapped, left it on the side for maybe 3 minutes, and then it very easily popped them out. So I wanted to share that because I think this was about £2 on Amazon, all different colours, all different shapes.
And you went for blue. Interesting.
I know. I actually don't think I did. I think I went for pink and they sent me
That's
blue.
cute.
Yeah.
Didn't send it back.
Yeah. Oh, well, Amazon, I mean, what's
too
the
much
point?
admin.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Wow.
And that, my friends, wraps up episode 18. It's
18
been
episodes. And actually, need to tell you, we are going to be taking a little summer break after episode 20, but we'll be sharing lots of fun moments from the first series. How have we done our first series of our podcast?
Do you know what? I was really not sure how I was going to cope or feel about doing the podcast. I'm quite an insular person, as you know. So I was a little hesitant, but I would say I'm really
Thoroughly.
thoroughly enjoying it. You?
Oh, I love it. It's my favourite time of the week.
This is your calling.
I just love the chats, and I love sharing all the things we chat about and lolling and getting real. And yeah, it's just been a great space, and it will continue to be because there's going to be many seasons after season 1. But as always, thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, and we will see you next week.
Before we completely sign off, I just want to add one thing. Please just message us what you love about the episode, because we're going to take this time to really evolve, inspire, gather information. So anything that you have for us, or perhaps want to see more of, hear more
Or less of.
Less of.
Hopefully not our voices. Yeah.
Please just drop us a message over on our Instagram accounts. We'd love to hear from you. See you next week.
Bye.